We've all seen the pictures. We've read the history books. Places like the Colosseum, the Great Wall, and Machu Picchu are etched into our collective consciousness as grand monuments to human achievement. We visit them as tourists, marvel at their scale, and leave with a sense of wonder. But what if I told you that the history you know is only half the story? That beneath the grandeur, these iconic locations harbor bizarre secrets and untold tales that have been lost to time or simply overshadowed by their more famous narratives. They are more than just tourist destinations. They are living records of forgotten events, strange uses, and mysteries that still defy explanation. Take the Colosseum in Rome, for example. We picture it as a place of gladiatorial combat and epic spectacles, and that's certainly true. But what happened to this magnificent structure after the fall of the Roman Empire? It didn't crumble into dust. Instead, it was repurposed in the most unexpected ways. During the Middle Ages, the Colosseum became a massive, fortified castle, complete with housing and a thriving community living within its walls. Later, it was used as a quarry for building materials for new churches and palaces across Rome. Its final, strangest purpose? It was home to a variety of wild herbs and plants, a fact that fascinated botanists for centuries, transforming a monument to death into a sanctuary of life. Travel north to Paris, and you'll find the elegant streets built atop a city of the dead. The catacombs of Paris are famous today as a macabre tourist attraction, but their creation was a solution to a truly horrifying public health crisis. By the 18th century, Paris's cemeteries were overflowing, causing diseases and foul odors to spread through the city. The solution was drastic: to excavate the bodies from the crowded cemeteries and reinter them in a network of underground quarries. Today, the bones of over 6 million people are stacked meticulously in the dark, labyrinthine tunnels, a silent, monumental testament to the sheer scale of human life and death in the history of the city. The Great Wall of China is often seen as a continuous, impenetrable snake of stone winding across the landscape. The reality is far more complex. While its defensive purpose is well known, its construction was a testament to both genius and unimaginable human suffering. It was not one continuous wall but a vast network of fortifications, trenches, and natural barriers built over centuries. The human cost was staggering, with countless laborers perishing during its construction, earning it the grim nickname, the longest cemetery in the world. Furthermore, much of the wall we see today is not ancient at all but was rebuilt and fortified during the Ming Dynasty, making it a monumental, but also surprisingly modern, historical reconstruction. The Tower of London is famous for its dark history as a fortress and a prison for queens, traders, and princes. But hidden within its formidable walls was a much stranger function. It housed a royal menagerie. From the 13th century until the early 19th century, the tower was home to a bizarre collection of exotic animals given as diplomatic gifts to the English monarchy. Lions, polar bears, elephants, and even ostriches lived within its walls. The polar bear, in particular, was famously allowed to go fishing in the River Thames on a leash. This menagerie served as a symbol of royal power and was a popular public attraction long before the modern zoo was invented. In a remote corner of Jordan lies Petra, the Rose City, a city carved directly into rock faces. We marvel at the treasury and the monastery, but we often overlook the incredible ingenuity that made this city possible. The Nabateans, who built Petra over 2,000 years ago, were master hydraulic engineers in the middle of a desert. They developed a sophisticated system of dams, cisterns, and conduits to collect, store, and transport water, allowing a thriving metropolis of over 30,000 people to flourish where it should have been impossible. Their genius turned a barren landscape into a bustling hub of trade, proving that true power lay not just in architecture but in the mastery of their environment. The oldest historical place on our list is Skara Brae in Scotland, a Neolithic village so well preserved it seems frozen in time. What makes this site so incredible is its age. At over 5,000 years old, it is older than both Stonehenge and the pyramids of Giza. Its discovery was a pure accident, uncovered by a storm in 1850. The village provides a stunning glimpse into the daily life of our ancient ancestors, with houses complete with beds, dressers, and even fireplaces. The reason for its sudden and complete abandonment, however, remains a mystery, leaving historians to speculate whether a catastrophic storm or a change in climate forced the inhabitants to flee, leaving their homes exactly as they were. Travel to the heart of the Vatican and you'll find a secret city of the dead hidden in plain sight. Beneath the grandeur of St. Peter's Basilica, with its soaring dome and gilded altars, lies the Vatican necropolis. This ancient Roman cemetery was not a purpose-built crypt, but the very place where the Apostle Peter was crucified and buried. For centuries, it lay buried under tons of earth, preserved and forgotten as the basilica was built directly on top of it. It was only during an excavation ordered by Pope Pius XII in the 1940s that this ancient graveyard was rediscovered. Today, a labyrinth of pagan mausoleums and early Christian tombs, including the alleged resting place of St. Peter himself, can be seen just yards beneath the modern floor, a tangible link to Rome's pagan past and the earliest days of Christianity. On the other side of the world, in Cambodia, stands the magnificent Angkor Wat. We know it as a monumental temple, but its history is a fascinating story of transformation. Originally built in the 12th century as a Hindu temple dedicated to the god Vishnu, its intricate carvings and towering spires were a testament to the might of the Khmer Empire. However, by the end of the century, the empire shifted its dominant religion to Buddhism, and Angkor Wat was peacefully converted into a Buddhist temple. It lay largely abandoned to the encroaching jungle after the Khmer capital was moved in the 15th century, its true scale and purpose lost to the outside world for hundreds of years. This period of secret life, with the jungle reclaiming its stones, is a powerful narrative of nature's relentless power and the impermanence of human civilization. Back in England, the mystery of Stonehenge has captivated people for millennia. We see it as a symbol of ancient ritual and astronomical alignment, but its later life is far more mundane and equally surprising. While its purpose as a prehistoric monument remains debated, we know that after its original use faded, it was treated with far less reverence. During the Roman occupation of Britain, it was simply a notable landmark on the landscape. In the Middle Ages, it was a common stop for travelers and even a popular jousting ground. Its modern history is even stranger. For centuries, it was a privately owned property, bought and sold by various individuals. One owner, a barrister named Cecil Chubb, bought it in 1915 for £6,600 and gifted it to the nation, ensuring this iconic landmark would be preserved for all time. Perhaps the most baffling secret is hidden in plain sight on Mount Rushmore. While the faces of the 4 presidents are iconic, very few people know about the Hall of Records, an unfinished chamber hidden behind the face of Abraham Lincoln. Sculptor Gutzon Borglum originally planned to carve a massive room into the mountain to house the most important American documents, including the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, to preserve them for future generations. The project was never completed, but today, a small vault containing porcelain enamel panels inscribed with the documents and a short history of the monument sits inside the unfinished chamber, a time capsule waiting for a future generation to discover it. These places are more than just stone and mortar. They are living archives, each with layers of forgotten stories. They remind us that history is not a static list of dates and events but a dynamic, ever-unfolding narrative filled with surprising details and incredible secrets. The next time you see a picture of an ancient monument, remember that what you're seeing is just the surface of a story that is far richer and more complex than you can imagine. If you found these facts as surprising as we did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And to dive into more hidden histories and mind-blowing facts every week, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an upload.